Hi, a very good morning. Shivram here from Retail Gurukul. I'm taking the second flight out since the pandemic, and here at the Bangalore airport, they're probably at some 50-60% of what we would have normally seen, in on a regular basis, right? The question really that what they call that begs to be answered really is Bangalore airport had announced a large expansion, right? They were already at 120% of capacity, and they said no, we're going to double or something like that. The question really is what happens to that kind of an investment. In fact, a similar one is about the Bangalore Metro. If some of you are familiar with, there is something called the Silk Board Junction, which is where all the IT companies kind of, all the IT employees going to IT companies, BPO and all that, they kind of have to pass through that traffic junction, and it's a mess all the time. But since the pandemic, that mess has come down significantly, and there's a new metro line that is being built around that place. So as it is, these metros are these expansions are like 3 years, 5 years in the making, based on some projection. Now, if this entire passenger traffic kind of halves, right, then the viability of the entire project, I believe would come into a question mark. This brings us back to what we should really be doing at this point of time in the retailing side of the business. Yesterday I was actually listening to an old friend and classmate of mine from the film distribution industry about the changes that have taken place in the last so many years. And similarly, especially in the jewelry industry, I believe that there is this huge transformation that is currently beginning to take place. Yesterday, in fact, Anil Prabhakar was doing a session where an author was mentioning that in Europe, right, 95% of all purchases begin online, especially I think in the luxury space or something. That kind of 95% searches beginning online may not yet have happened here in India in the jewelry industry, but probably that's a shift that is being seen. So if there is that shift that we all need to invest today, and the break even is not 1 year but maybe 3 years, this is the time to start investing. We've been talking to a number of retailers, especially independent SME family run businesses. There's a general reluctance to innovate and experiment, get out of the comfort zone, and then at the same time we get to hear from clients saying that we've been in this business for 20 years, 30 years, look at the corporates, they seem to have come and taken over my customer doesn't come to me. So you see, that's a critical question to be answered, right? Here were the companies who were willing to put the money where their thinking and their mouth was, and they have rapidly they have expanded, they're expanding, they're bringing in new ideas, they're bringing in new technologies. Like Tanishq did a huge amount of business during the lockdown online. We haven't really seen a large a family run business who, or at least we have not heard, where they have said that significant amount of our business has now coming in, right? It may not be 50%, but is it 5%? Right? Because there are a lot of yesterday I think I was again listening to Dabur is an FMCG brand, right? So before the pandemic, 1% of their sale used to come from online, and it has gone up to 6%. Sure, it may not be 6% going forward, but at the same time it won't be 1% either, right? It will be 2%, 2.5%, maybe 3% if they are willing to continue with the shift, right? So the suggestion really is, there is a trade-off. Obviously, obviously we are not building another airport for our family business, but I think there is a time, and this is the time to invest, right? Invest on new avenues of revenue. I believe definitely that the peak of the COVID challenges are over. Sure, there will be a few more going forward, but that it won't be, I think, nowhere near the March, April, May lockdowns that we are seeing. I am aware that in Maharashtra there is a lockdown, but it's mostly in the night, so I'm not really sure about the effectiveness of such a lockdown, while at the same time businesses and lives, is it life versus lifestyle or livelihood? It's a triangle, I would assume. But if you are in this business for the long term, right, I think it has bottomed out, and this is really the time to invest time, energy and money into new avenues of growth. So thank you Sukanraj Chain, thank you Amit Karar for watching. Just to give you a small heads up on what we normally do, I am a consultant, coach, counselor to family run retailers, and we continuously do these short tips and ideas on how to grow your business. In fact, I say make more money with less worry, right? I'm not saying that it will be with less work, because all of us, it's not easy to say that the systems are there to say that I will chill. But having said that, I think there is an opportunity to grow the business. And having said that, you can reach us out on Facebook group. Check out the Retail Gurukul on Facebook group, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. There are multiple videos. This is my episode 21st in this year so far. We hope to continue this on a regular basis. You can also reach out to us on WhatsApp, email and website and SMS. So check out retailgurukul.com on whichever media that you prefer, and we are accessible on all of that. Join us on our webinars. I do webinars 2 to 3 times a month. Join in. We'll go deeper and deeper into how you can grow your business and earn more money with less worry, right? I know how difficult it is for businesses people. So thank you so much. I need to board and catch up with you sometime. So let me know what you think about this video on this episode on how to grow your business, and look forward to your comments, bouquets, brickbats. Thank you. Namaskar.